From his latest upload, 7 Days Stranded in a Cave, to I Survived 7 Days in an Abandoned City, these are just a couple of instances where MrBeast has been accused of faking his videos. However, I want to make one thing clear, that these are only allegations, and all of this information is available publicly and I am just reporting. But the truth will become clearer as more information emerges. Now, let's start with 7 Days Stranded in a Cave.
I don't normally do intros like this, but I'm currently descending hundreds of feet into a cave that runs over 5 kilometers deep into the earth. And whether we like it or not, as soon as my friends and I touch the ground, we are officially stranded here for the next 7 days. That might have been the scariest thing I've ever done.
Turns out this cave is a tourist attraction in New Zealand known as Waitomo glowworm caves. As per Wikipedia, this cave is known for its glowworm species found exclusively in New Zealand. In fact, you can find several comments saying the same thing. Is that Waitomo Caves? It's Waitomo Cave in NZ. Most of the cave is extremely well lit. Stranded in a Cave is a tourist attraction in New Zealand. The official tour of the cave takes 45 minutes. This cave has a cafe and a gift shop. It was Waitomo Caves in New Zealand. The ticket prices aren't even expensive, some for like $45 US. And yet MrBeast and his crew are acting as if they're standing in the most dangerous place on Earth.
This is just wicked.
Dude, this is like a different world.
This cave entrance may be beautiful, but looks can be deceiving. We didn't know it yet, but the next 7 days will by far be the hardest of our entire lives. Where's that?
Anyway, day 1, they set up the camp. Day 2, they explored their surroundings a bit. And day 3 is when they started their journey. However, they returned after completing just 20% of it.
It turns out we wasted way too much time filming and playing with flares to the point where we now had to restart and attempt this mission another day.
Day 4 they spent in the camp, and day 5 they started again.
And if the sharp rocks weren't enough of a challenge, it seems like with every step we took... Oh, bro, I can't see anything. This is terrifying. The cave became darker, tighter, and ruthless enough that we began to question if we could even get to the finish line.
Now watch this video.
Before, this was a thrilling adventure that travels through the passages of the Waitomo Caves. It involves swimming, jumping over cascading waterfalls, riding a tube, and marveling at the stunning limestone formations. The guides we had for this activity were very fun and entertaining, ensuring we had a safe and seamless journey through the caves. I promise this is not a scary environment to be in, it's a good energy and a lot of fun.
This is the same route where MrBeast and his team were fighting for their lives while exploring the caves. In reality, there are tour guides who can help you navigate safely if you choose to take the water route, which means this cave isn't even that hard to explore. In fact, you can reach the glowworms in 15 minutes. It's a popular cave for tourists, not actual cave divers that spend days exploring, and there is no cave with glowworms in the world that would require you more than a few hours to explore. But wait, there's more. This cave not only has a properly constructed pathway for visitors, but it's also wheelchair friendly. Yes, the cave that MrBeast and his team just explored, putting their precious lives in danger, is also wheelchair accessible.
Come on in. One of the really important concepts when they were designing this tour was that it needed to be wheelchair accessible. To make it even more special, this is a solar powered wheelchair accessible cave with glowworms, and I'm pretty sure that's the only one on the planet.
So I don't see how MrBeast and his team were stranded in a cave that's accessible even to someone in a wheelchair. In fact, he didn't mention at any point in the video that there is a well-constructed path for tourists that exists. Instead, he pretended the rough water route is the only way to reach the glowworms, and in the video, they showed after trekking through the most dangerous, terrifying, deadly parts of the cave, the team reaching the glowworm chamber. However, they didn't show the return journey.
Now, because you guys have already seen the trip, we're going to expedite the way back. But seriously, this whole journey took so long, we crossed into day 6 before reaching camp.
The return journey isn't filmed. Any guesses why? because they must have taken the normal tourist route. So my guess is some of the initial trekking stunts were filmed on the rough path of the cave for entertainment and to add drama to the video, while the rest of the journey was completed on the normal tourist route. So MrBeast and his team weren't stranded in a cave for 7 days. In reality, it was a carefully managed production. The entire setup was highly controlled, with the crew using a professional camera team, lifeguards, and 2 tour guides to ensure the safety. The video was a meticulously planned and scripted production rather than an actual survival test as MrBeast claims. Next up, 50 YouTubers fight for $1 million.
I've gathered 50 of the biggest YouTubers on the planet. And whichever one lasts the longest in this cube wins that $1 million for their subscribers.
Back then, when I watched this video, I couldn't shake off the feeling that maybe the video was rigged in favor of certain individuals. It kinda gave me this deja vu of the whole Rosanna Pansino situation. And recently, when I came across this Reddit post, I was sure I was not the only one. Was MrBeast's latest video rigged for Logan Paul and KSI? After watching MrBeast's latest video where 50 YouTubers competed for $1 million, and also watching vlogs from various YouTubers who participated, it seems like the game might have been rigged in Logan Paul's favor. Here's why. Let's go through each of these points that he mentions. Pre-game setup. Both Ludwig and Gideon pointed out that Logan Paul and KSI didn't ride the bus to the location like the other contestants.
You see, it's 50 YouTubers in the box fighting for $1 million. Only 48 of the YouTubers in this event were on the bus. 2 of them had already arrived early, and they're the first 2 people you see when you open the video. Logan Paul and KSI.
So it's true. How can it be that out of all 50 YouTubers, the rules only seem to bend for 2 of them? Quite suspicious, right? Insider info. In Gideon's vlog, KSI explicitly told him what the first game would be. Ludwig also mentioned that Logan Paul knew all the details as well.
I'm intrigued as to what some of the challenges are. I know what one of them is. What? Our biggest fan for all of us. And they're gonna come out, and then Jimmy's gonna be like, if you can make this free throw, you give your fan gets a cyber drop. But if you miss, you out.
How could you possibly know a detail that crucial before the game even started? Cookie Challenge. During the Squid Game Cookie Challenge, Logan Paul teamed up with random people who wouldn't normally be in his group. This seemed off.
Are you 5 gonna be a group? Yeah. Okay, who's gonna be the captain?
We're deciding, Jimmy.
Giant Jenga. In the Giant Jenga game, everyone picked their closest friends, but Logan Paul and KSI chose the shortest people. It seems too strategic, as if they knew what the game would be.
Hit me in the lip. I'm earning this $1 million, fam. I mean, bro, you got one move. Dude,
Logan, he flew here all the way from India, and you eliminated him.
The most obvious hint, though, was during the cooking challenge. Logan Paul somehow picked the professional chef YouTuber who cooks for a living as his partner, Nick DiGiovanni. Coincidence? I think not.
Bro, how'd you end up with Nick?
he said it.
That's crazy.
I'm cooked.
And the way Logan got eliminated...
Quick score.
Wait. One time for the one time, please. It's been so long.
Wait, you just left.
What are you doing? What are you doing?
I couldn't resist throwing a plate. That was a complete mistake. I forgot all about the line. I saw the plate. I was like, I need to smash it. It took me back to 2017.
This looks so staged and so intentional, and he's a really bad actor too. I mean, just look at this.
You just left.
What are you doing? What are you doing?
On top of that, it felt like Logan got way more screen time compared to any other YouTuber. So I'm not saying he was favored to win, but he was definitely given more opportunities to stir up drama and make the show more engaging for content. So unless the entire video was rigged, that's not possible. In fact, the thumbnail covering Logan and KSI, but not the contestants who reached the final, is also pretty telling. Next up is, I survived 7 days in an abandoned city.
We just got dropped off in the middle of an abandoned city, and we're gonna spend the next 7 days here. And there goes our only way out. We are now stranded for the next 7 days.
Soon after this video came out, fans started questioning the authenticity of the video since the city, Dubrovnik, where the video was shot, is just a drive from the airport. And the access to the ruined complex in Kupari has been restricted due to the ongoing filming by MrBeast's crew, meaning MrBeast closed off the area to the public, particularly for the shooting of the video, and declared it abandoned.
Under this wood is a floor.
Only one way to find out.
All right, this is crazy. I feel like I'm in a zombie apocalypse. This is wild.
Oh, look at this.
And after a little more exploring, we stumbled across an area that might work for a shelter. Oh my gosh. I think this is where we should set up camp.
But usually, this place is full of tourists and cars. Furthermore, the 7 days were not consecutive as some team members suffered medical problems. Also, the area has a military tourist resort where MrBeast and his crew stayed during the shoot. So at this point, I've got no interest in knowing if the video is fake. Just tell me if there's any part of it which is actually real. After a while, he responded with this tweet. Seems the note was removed, but for clarity, it was abandoned decades ago. Also, I never said you can't drive to it, I just thought it would be cooler to fly a helicopter. That's it? That was his best response? And he really expected everyone to believe that? Because he claimed in the video that the helicopter was his only way out.
And there goes our only way here! And there goes our only way!
And here he says, I never said you can't drive to it? Can't you just admit you lied? Because if he is honest, he should say these things in the actual video rather than clarifying it later when people found out that his so-called abandoned city is not really abandoned. I opened a free bank.
I wanted to open a free bank, so I did what any logical person does. I rented a real bank, grabbed a ton of money, hired all my friends as tellers, and then bought a billboard and paid Chandler to flip a sign. And here's what happened.
This video featured MrBeast opening a bank where he gave away money to people who opened accounts. However, some viewers pointed out inconsistencies in the video, like the fact that all the people featured appeared to be extras rather than random passers-by. This led to accusations that the entire scenario was staged and the participants were actors hired to create a more compelling video.
You have a great day. Thank you for coming to Backpack.
Are you serious?
Yeah, Backpack. Oh my gosh. Are you kidding me? Dude, they told me this is real.
No, they are not. Watch this.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
What are you gonna do with all this?
And right here, if you zoom in, motion picture? Well, that's not what it says on an actual dollar bill. Obviously, it's fake, which he later admitted in a random interview clip. He explained that it wasn't safe to use real money, but they did give everyone a check afterwards. However, he never mentioned in the entire video that the money was just a prop, which speaks volumes about the authenticity of MrBeast's content. Next up is, I opened a free car dealership.
I bought every single car at a car dealership.
Can we afford this? I really don't know. Well, that's reassuring.
And hey, so we talked over the phone? The paperwork took forever. So these are the 12 cars. I just bought them.
In this video, MrBeast gave away an entire car dealership worth of cars for free to random customers who came in to buy a car, or at least that's what he claimed. However, it appears the entire video, as well as the giveaways, were staged, with participants being pre-selected rather than random passers-by. The way each customer behaved didn't seem genuine.
Hey, I'm sitting in this car with 3 guys with these Beast shirts on. Well, they want me to take this car and they're going to give me $100 to take this car. You want the car?
Yeah. All right, fine. We'll give you $100 as well. Jeez, these guys are good.
Okay. All right, bye.
MrBeast, like, because I got one of the Beast shirts.
Oh, okay. $500.
So she described this really unusual scenario, and her son didn't even ask a single question. I mean, anyone's first reaction in that situation would be pure shock, or at least wanting to know more, like if it's a scam or anything like that. They are staged, without a doubt, and so was every other customer who walked in. I bought everything in a store.
Hey, MrBeast here. Today we're gonna buy every item in this store. Let's do it.
So you get the gist of the video. We're basically buying literally everything in the store, which if it was just Kris, me, and Chandler would take forever, so I brought some friends. Make sure you get everything. Don't leave a single thing on the shelf.
So the goal was to purchase every single item in the store and then donate the goods to charity. However, it faced criticism as some viewers questioned the ethics of the stunt. The impression that MrBeast was single-handedly responsible for the entire purchase is simply not true. In reality, it was likely a coordinated effort involving his team and potentially the store itself. There were also claims that the video exaggerated the scale of the purchase, as certain items were restocked or moved around to create the appearance of a more significant haul.